I'm Jill from June Taylor with another innovative solution. Did you ever want to join your quilt blocks that are made Quilt As You Go? Now we have a perfect way to do that with our Sash and a Dash. It's pre-sewn sashing. It's sold by the yard in 7 colors with matching binding. Open the casing and nest your quilt block inside the casing. And then we're just going to run a top stitch down the edge. Take your next block, open the casing, and just do the same thing. To join rows, we're going to do the same thing, only we're going to run our Sash and a Dash across the row. You can run a beautiful embroidery stitch down here to embellish Sash and a Dash, or you can even put a strip of fabric down here. Here's an example where we added a fabric strip by folding under raw edges and top stitching over Sash and a Dash. And if you like to make t-shirt quilts, go ahead and quilt your blocks and then join them with Sash and a Dash.
Get ready to celebrate sewing like never before with the Go Sewing Machine die. This applique die features 7 fun and unique shapes that work together to build a delightful sewing machine that is perfect for adding to all kinds of projects. You can cut up to 4 pre-fused machines with all their parts in just one pass through any Go cutter. Your little sewing machine will measure 7 inches wide and 6 1/8 inches high. This die is perfect for so many projects. How about adding it to a sewing machine cover or even a shirt or denim jacket? The sky's the limit for all the clever projects you'll soon be stitching up with this die. When it comes time to finish off your shapes, AccuQuilt offers free, downloadable outline embroidery with your choice of satin, blanket, or motif stitches. Or simply finish the edges with your sewing machine. We know you'll be stitching up dozens of different projects with the Go Sewing Machine die, because at AccuQuilt we help you cut time so you can quilt and embroider even more. Quilters, today we're celebrating your creative projects with the AQS AccuQuilt-Along, making the Go Warm Wishes wall hanging.
So stay tuned for today's show and tell fun.
I'm Pam Heller, AccuQuilt's cutting expert.
And I'm Erica Botker, AccuQuilt's creativity expert.
Okay, Erica, we're here.
We're here.
We are here for show and tell for the Go Warm Wishes wall hanging with the AQS AccuQuilt-Along. And this was such a fun project.
It really was, and it is darling. Now, this wall hanging was designed for us by Amanda Harward of Larkspur Quilts.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda. This project marks the first time that we've incorporated applique that was a part of the project from the beginning, part of the original pattern, into one of our quilt-along projects.
Right, so we used the cube and we used applique.
That's right, we used the Go Tea Party medley and the Go Coffee and Tea medley.
Now, and all of you jumped right into this project making, and you made it your own with such fun and creative ideas. It has been a blast to see all of the inspiration of all of your creations, because some of you went rogue.
Imagine that.
Did not do teacups and
I know,
teapots.
we're gonna talk all about that coming up. Now, quilters, in case you're just joining this quilt-along, we started with an introduction of the project on AccuQuilt Live back on May 22nd.
So long ago.
It seems like it. And then we started the project on Wednesdays starting on June 5th.
There we go. Now, it's beneficial to watch those shows before you start on the Warm Wishes wall hanging. So be sure to check it out on AccuQuilt's video gallery, our Facebook or YouTube pages.
That's right.
We give you some tips and tricks along the way. And for those of you just starting, it's all good.
That's right. You can also check out AccuQuilt blog posts from each of those Wednesdays, or the AQS blog post that was originally on May 22nd, and then they've added to it along the way.
Right.
So
all right, I'm going to walk back here. You talk.
So hanging on the wall behind us is the original sample. It was made by Amanda Harward in lovely navy and white. It's even got some like silver metallic touches in the fabric.
It does. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And she used the teapot and then the saucer and the cup and then the tea bag and the tag.
And the tag.
Startling.
So
and then Erica, what size cube did we use?
we used the 8-inch cube and it was shape number 5. But that's the 2-inch finished half square triangle. And there are other places that you can find that die. You can find it as shape number 3 if you have a 4-inch cube. You can find it on your value die if you have that. And I can't remember if there's, and it comes on a multiple die. So there's lots of ways to find that.
Now, one of the reasons we selected this pattern is because it is really a good base pattern.
Right.
Okay, so you didn't have to use teapots and teacups.
Right.
You could have made it seasonal. You could have done, some of you did penguins and snowflakes.
Yes, you're giving away all the show and tell fun, but you could make it for basically any season of the year, any color. You could make it for, it would make a darling baby quilt.
Yes. One of you made it in Halloween colors, and I expect it here soon.
You could also alternate solid blocks of a focus fabric, and I think some people did that too.
Right.
I just really love this border treatment.
And I feel like it was super fast to put together.
It was. It was.
We did a great job with it.
Now, before we get started at looking what all of you created, I think we should show off what we created.
You
so,
bet.
Pam,
Yes.
show us your quilt.
So I started putting this on the long arm, and I had some long arm issues.
Oh,
so I took
we
it
hate
off.
it when that happens.
But I really, really loved the red, and then it comes here to the teapot lid, and the black is the saucer. And I just think it's super fun and cute and whimsical. And then my backing fabric.
I love your backing
has
fabric.
words.
It does.
And it's
How
just
fun.
It's just super cute. And it just kind of had that gray and the black in it, but with a little touch of blue.
I love it.
So I am almost done. I think what I'm going to do is you can see where I started.
where you started?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. So I think I'm going to take it out.
Okay.
And then use some June Taylor basting spray.
Quilt basting spray.
Quilt basting spray and do
some pins, maybe.
Some pins. And I think what I'm going to do is just come along here and do kind of a zigzag along the border, and then just stitch in the ditch, or maybe do like an echo stitch here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how about you?
Okay. I've got mine. I'm happy to say I have mine done.
And it is darling.
So here is mine, and I unlike you, did not put a fun print. I had some white. I put white on the back.
Okay.
Because it's going to be a wall hanging.
It
so
is.
I
We can
didn't
move it down
really
there, can't
care
we?
so much. There we go. So I just love this project.
Fabric
the
was
purples,
darling.
This, I know somebody's going to ask. So this teapot fabric, and in the half square triangles, this is by Robin Pickens for Moda. It's from her Pansy Posies line. It's not a new fabric line, but it was new to me when I saw it, and I fell in love with it.
You snatched it right up.
I snatched it right up.
And then talk about your saucers, because this is a for-purchase embroidery file.
Yes, so I used my embroidery machine with this, and these were this was from a V-stitch set, and it included some applique flowers on the teapots and the teacups, but I didn't want that. So I checked the formatting, and I could stitch everything I needed for both shapes out before it started stitching the flowers, so I just stopped it after that.
I think that's a great
And
idea.
I liked it because it then stitched the tea bag for me, plus the string.
Yeah.
And around the tag, and it put a little heart. It's really hard to see.
Darling.
A little tiny heart in the middle of the tag, right here.
Oh, there we go. Kenyon's going to get a good
Kenyon's
close.
gonna. So I quilted
look at how
this.
cute that is.
Look how cute. So I quilted this on my domestic machine at home, and I just did a really tight little stipple or meander around my shapes.
Excellent.
And then, and there's more threads to trim.
There you go.
And then I just did a stitch in the ditch around the border.
Okay, so I have to give props to Erica, because this is not what I do. So Erica hand stitches all of her
I hand
binding.
finish all my bindings.
So does Jill, who's on our team. And
Yep.
props to you, because that is not how I do it.
And I love doing it.
I know you do. That just sends me over the edge. So I think I'm going to do flange binding on me so I can do a stitch in the ditch. But Erica gets extra
I
points.
get extra points because, and I'm going to pull this up here, I put a tag on it. Now, it's not a tag like technically one should put on all of your quilts
darling.
with all your vital statistics, but it does have the year on it. This is from a little packet of tags that Lynn Gibney brought me
Yeah.
from. She brought us some tags from a show she was at, a QuiltCon. But you know, we sell some little woven
They're darling.
tags with different designs.
Oh, can I look in the
by Sarah
raccoon drawer?
Hart. You can
Look in the
rummage in your raccoon drawer. They might be the one down. I don't know. They're kind of brown little
Hold on here.
envelopes.
I was going to look and see
But
if
they're
we had some.
super
Oh,
cute.
We do.
So check out our website for them. We've got some different designs.
Made by me, made for you, made by Grandma.
Isn't that cute?
Those are darling. So these are available on our website. And I
Yeah.
feel like some kind of tag is better than none tag.
That's what I thought.
I think
So
that's a great
I
idea.
put one, and then the other one, I just finished binding one for my daughter, and I put a little handmade, just said handmade, another cute label from that pack, and so I'm
There you
feeling
go.
very virtuous.
Yes.
Putting labels on
Look at
quilts.
that.
Look at that.
All right, so that's Erica's. What are you going to do with yours?
It's gonna hang on the wall, I think.
Is it going to hang in the wall at your
It
behind
is
your
gonna
desk?
hang behind my desk for now.
Thank goodness.
Because if I don't change it up regularly, Pam gets bored with the quilts that I have hanging behind me for calls. And then she says, I get messages during calls that say, would you please change your quilt? I'm tired of looking at that one.
Yeah. And she has 87 of them. So
Oh, don't.
you do. You
You
could change
think
them
I
every
do,
week.
but I couldn't. I couldn't
could.
really.
Every month she could at least
I couldn't really. Okay.
All right, I love
so
that.
I'm gonna
Oh,
set this one aside.
So are you going to put a sleeve on it?
You know, the hanger that I have behind my desk is a black kind of curtain rod thing, and I have rings with clips.
Oh, yes.
And so it makes it really easy. That I don't enjoy. Putting sleeves on quilts is not as much
No,
fun.
but if you have those little clips, you can get those on
Right,
line.
and I have those, and I use those on my other quilt hanging.
That's a great
things.
idea.
So,
All right, so this is show and tell. So Eric and I have showed and told
Yes.
ours. So let's see what everyone else is creating. So let's get started. Okay, so first of all, this is from Mary F. And she's making it as a gift. And look at that fun fabric, Erica.
isn't that fun? And so look how she's paired it up. So she's got like a teapot and a teacup that match. Isn't that
Yes.
fun?
I really like that idea. And kind of funky fabric, which I think is great. I
Yeah.
love the floral prints.
Yes, super pretty. Like that, the chintz, like those
Yes.
English chintz flower pot or teapots.
All right, so next is Marilyn D. And she has navy and white, like Grandma's dishes. And her grandma was even a tea drinker.
Isn't that fun?
That is darling.
I thought that made it really fun, a really fun kind of memory piece that
Yeah.
would just, she's gonna always look at that and think about her grandma.
Now, listen, Marilyn, you should put a label on it that says, my
Yes.
grandma was a tea drinker.
And grandma's name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next. Okay, I've been waiting for one. This is all scrappy.
This is Colleen R's quilt,
Mm-hmm.
and this is her center. And I knew you and I had been saying, oh, will somebody please make this scrappy?
Yes.
And so she's got like coordinating teapots and cups, but they're not necessarily next to each other,
No.
which is kind of fun.
Which is kind of fun. And I love that she just used a bunch of different scraps. And I love the bright yellow.
Different colors, and I think she fussy cut the yellow teacup so that
Oh.
that rose is
probably
right
the
there in the
purple
middle.
one, too.
Yes.
Probably the purple one.
You could do some fun things with fussy cutting
Oh,
with
yeah.
this.
I hadn't thought about this.
I hadn't
Okay,
either.
this is for me. Victoria's going to send it to me. You ready?
Victoria didn't know she was
She
going to
didn't
send
know
it to
this,
you.
but she did Halloween fabric.
This is so adorable.
So
and
fun.
They are the cutest Halloween prints. Victoria S. gets big props for this. I can hardly wait to see what she does with her border. When I pulled this picture for the show, she didn't have her border on it yet.
Yes.
And I can hardly wait to see the finished one. Do you think she's going to do like orange and black?
Yeah, I think so. Or probably
Orange and
orange and
black
white,
and-
or orange and white, but an
No,
orange
but
and
think
black
about
print.
doing orange and black with the white.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I like the fact that Victoria did some of the teapots going one direction and some going the other, and the teacups changed
you know, and she
directions.
said she really liked that. It was kind of this way, that way.
When she first started, I commented that I was hoping she was making it for me. My birthday is just in a few weeks, Victoria. Feel free to send it to AccuQuilt. All right, Erica, what's next?
Well, many of you decided to really make your projects your own by using some different dyes.
Yes, this
so
is so
let's
great.
take a look at some of those. And we're going to start with Lisa S. And this is using our Calico Cat. And she alternated squares, so she didn't have to do
Right.
as much applique work. But look at that background print. It is little tiny paw prints.
Isn't
Pam.
that darling?
Isn't that
I
cute?
think that's so cute. So we have two. We have the Calico Cat and we have the Go Kitten.
We
that was
do
just
have the Go
released.
Kitten.
And we have the Go Dog and then the Go Scotty Dog.
Yes.
Okay.
The gingham dog, but here is the kitten. Now the kitten,
Look at this.
the Go Kitten was a die to try, and it sold out.
It did.
So she was one of the lucky quilters who got one, and I love how it's kind of scrappy, but it's kind of planned. She made it a little bigger.
She did.
And she used some focus fabric for plain squares through it, but it's, you know, in a pattern.
It is, and it's darling. I love the Go Kitten die.
I do too. It's just adorable.
All right.
All right, next one up was Sandy N.
Okay, I saw this. I thought this was cute. This is Funky Flowers.
So she was working, Sandy said that she was working with using up some scraps.
Okay.
So she kind of changed up. She kind of went rogue a little bit. I'm
She did.
guessing maybe she had some 2.5-inch strips. So she went with that gingham kind of look,
Right,
that
that
check look for her
four-patch.
border. And then she made those pinwheel blocks for the center, alternated with the little funky flower applique. I thought it was super cute.
It's super cute, and you added a border in between, and then the
Yeah.
corners are the matching fabric. I think this is darling.
It really is, and she just pulled it all together so nicely.
Okay.
That's a great use of scraps. Okay, this is one of my absolute favorites.
Okay, now I have to, we can tell you now. When Erica and I first looked at this pattern, I said, oh, maybe I'll go rogue and do penguins and snowflakes. But Rebecca did it, so it's all good.
That's right, Rebecca F. That is the snowflake from our Go Holiday Medley die. And then the penguin. But look, she's got the penguin's little flippers
I know.
facing different ways. So
So
it's
cute.
holding his flippers in front of him. They're up, they're down. It's just so cute.
Darling. And I love the border, that black
Yes.
border, you know. I mean, it's just
Yes, I
cute
think
as
it's a
can be.
navy, maybe.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. It's hard to tell. All right, we had so many clever ideas she came up with. This is Denise T, and she used campers with Pam's pickup truck.
Okay, I saw this on the AQS. If you don't belong yet, quilters, make sure you join us on the AQS Project Parade Facebook page.
Quilting Project
There
Parade.
we go. There's
There-
so many words. Because everybody posts their pictures and then we can see them. But I thought this was darling because it makes it look like there's rivers and mountains.
Yes,
and
I thought that background fabric almost looked like a map.
topography.
Yes,
That's the word? Okay.
a topography map.
It's really great. I like it a lot.
Super cute. I don't know if she's going to hang that in a camper, but it's super
yeah.
cute.
Okay.
Okay, this next one was so clever, and this is a masterpiece.
It
This
is.
is by Fran C, and she said she loved making it to highlight her 3 hobbies: quilting, embroidery, and herbs. So she has embroidered herbs and some herb names
That is so
onto the
clever.
teapots and teacups, and she actually used the other cup from the coffee and tea medley
Oh,
as
the-
well.
what is that
It's
called?
got
The
the,
travel mug?
coffee to go mug, yeah. And so she's got some herb names on them. I
And
was blown away by
the
this
background
one.
fabric is beautiful.
Yeah, it's like leafy, like
Yeah.
a lush garden. I was
Okay, Fran,
super
good
impressed.
job. Good job. If you had to do your 3 hobbies, what would you do?
Oh gosh. Quilting, needlepoint, and travel.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I would do quilting, photography, and travel.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we need to incorporate that more. Okay, this one was so cute. This is by 100 Proof Quilter, and it must have come off Instagram, maybe?
No, she had this
Okay.
on the Quilting Project Parade Facebook group early on. She got this up early on, and she was just kind of playing around with it. But, okay, grunge dots for her border.
I have that fabric.
I think I have that fabric too because it's in a luscious lavender that I'm in love with.
And look, and with the fabric, the focus fabric with the bees and the lavender and the beehives is darling.
And then she's made flowers to go with
Yeah.
the bees. I think this is so clever.
Don't
It
you-
really pulls off of that focus fabric. So, you know, we always say find a fabric that you really love and then base your other fabrics off of that. And you can really tell she's done that.
And don't you think she made the leaves from the bees' wings?
Yeah, I think she did. I think she did.
Okay, I love this.
I do too.
Oh,
super cute.
So this is a great way to see that Eric and I might have finished our quilts, but there are still people in progress.
Everybody's in different.
It is a marathon, not a sprint.
That's right. That's right. You know what? Some people start. I've been known to not start in on quilt-alongs until after they've ended. I mean, not ours.
Oh,
I
good.
have to make ours.
I was gonna say,
I make ours. We're
already looking forward to our next
I got blogs to
one.
write, pictures to take, all kinds of things. But others, I have done that. So it's okay. You can start whenever you want.
I'm doing the Riley Blake one. I did them
Yes,
for a little
I
bit,
am
and
too.
Now
I need
it's
to-
ended, so I need to
I
finish
need to
them.
get in and finish those Riley Blake blocks too.
And speaking of blog posts, you want to
Oh,
check out
yes.
today's blog post for show and tell pictures as well. And I think AQS does a blog with all of them.
So AQS will have a show and tell blog, and they keep adding pictures. So be sure you keep posting your pictures as you work on your projects on that AQS Quilting Project Parade Facebook page,
Right.
and use hashtag AQSews. And they are going to keep adding pictures to that as long as you all keep posting pictures.
Yeah, we love that. And before we end our show and tell portion of our quilt along for the Go Warm Wishes While Hanging, we want to announce the winner of today's giveaway.
Oh, that's right. The lucky winner of $100 in AccuQuilt reward points is, drum roll please, Jane S. from Center Hall, Pennsylvania.
Congratulations. Jane, I have already put that $100 on your account.
Look how organized
I know.
you
Some days
are.
I'm in town and I do that.
Goodness.
Okay, so before we talk about other things, tell me, what did your top 3 things that you learned or were fun about this
You
quilt
know,
along?
I, for the first time, used the magnetic snap hoop monster
Yes.
from our friends at Dime.
Yes.
They sent me one to try out, and it was one that was compatible with my
life-changing.
home. It is life-changing.
Good.
Absolutely life-changing. It was good to free motion quilt something again, because I hadn't done that for a while.
Right.
And gosh, it just, I got it done.
Yes.
You know what? That's the big thing.
Mark it
I
off.
actually was so excited to finish it because I loved working on it so much. I just wanted to be able to hang it up and look at it all the time.
Yeah.
And I actually got it done. I got the binding on, and I cut my binding when I cut my quilt. I had
Yeah,
it put
that's super
together so
smart.
it was ready to go on. And then I just sat there watching mindless TV and got it on, added my little tag. So proud
See,
of my
it was a
tag.
good thing.
How about you?
Well, first of all, I don't often do applique.
Right.
So for me, it was great. And like I said at the beginning, I thought, oh, maybe I'll do penguins or flamingos or something else.
Yeah.
And I thought, no, Amanda's was so cute. So
Yeah.
I really loved the fact that I kind of chose some modern fabric for it to kind of bring it all together. And I love the red and white fabric.
I do too.
I just think that that was really fun. And in my quilting head, I can think to myself now, This is just a great template.
Right.
Maybe you're thinking about you want to do a baby quilt or a wedding gift or, you know, a whatever gift. This is one that you can just add, and like we say, you don't have to do.
Right.
You can add squares of fabric.
Make it as big or small as you
Yeah.
want.
So kudos to Amanda Harvard. She's brilliant, and it was fun to make.
And the broken dishes make such a cute border.
It does.
And
Have
it's
square triangles.
fun for chain piecing for
I know.
days.
Did we not just talk about that? We were on the phone,
did.
and I'm like, she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Chain piecing square triangles for days." That's
We
what
talk. We talk
did.
a lot.
So we hope that you're excited about our upcoming next quilt along.
right. That's
It's going
right.
to be a couple of weeks before we announce that, but Eric and I are already starting to choose fabrics and talk about it, and you're going to love it.
You're going to love it.
All right, and on that high note, don't forget we have plenty of special offers available for you on our website. Don't forget, if you're interested in that Go Big die catcher, it will be
It'll be
released
coming
soon.
out.
So if you go to the website, you can click on the link and
Sign up to
Sign
get
up.
more information, or
Yep.
you can pre-order one from your local AccuQuilt retailer.
Yes.
But don't forget, this month's die to try, if we're not, I didn't check inventory this morning, but
Oh,
if
it's
we're
so
not
few.
out of the Go sewing machine, we will be soon. So
Yes.
check that out. You can only get our die to try from us and your local AccuQuilt retailer.
Okay.
And we've just returned some favorite die to try dies
Yes.
to our regular lineup. The Go Star and Cross block on board, the Go Elephant family, and the fabulous and, may I say, extremely popular Go Tractor.
Right. If you're looking for tractors, they are now back in stock.
That's right.
Okay. Quilters, we've been so glad to have those 3 dies returned. Be sure to pick one up from us or from your local AccuQuilt retailer.
Now, as Pam said, we've got another quilt-along coming your way, and this one is going to be introduced on Wednesday, July 24th, right here, and on the blog as well, so stay tuned for some hints.
And speaking of that Wednesday, July 24th show, guess who's going to be here?
Who?
Chris Marchini,
That's
who's our
right.
Wednesday
Chris is gonna be in the
host.
studio.
He's actually going to be here in real
Could
life.
all be here in the studio together. That is fun.
It's going to be real life. All right, that project will get started here in our blog on August 7th. I'm just going to say this. It is one heck of a scrap and stash buster. You're going to want to sort through your stash, sort through your scraps. It's going to be great.
That's right.
All right, it's time for Eric and I to get ready for our next show. We hope you've enjoyed taking a look at some amazing projects that all of you created during this quilt-along.
See you next time.
Thanks so much for watching. To learn more about your quilting craft, be sure to follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for live events every Tuesday and Wednesday. You can check out the events page on the AccuQuilt website for more details on upcoming shows. And if you're looking for even more inspiration, visit our blog for exclusive tutorials filled with tips and tricks. And remember, at AccuQuilt, we help you cut time so you can quilt more.
Join us on Tuesday, July 2nd as we celebrate Pam's birthday by introducing July's spectacular Die to Try die and giving away some great prizes.
Then be sure to join me on Wednesday at 12 noon Central Time for AccuQuilt Live. Hey, we're taking July 3rd off and celebrating the 4th, but we'll be back on July 10th to start celebrating Christmas in July.